Good day, I'm Adrian Atkinson and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 20, 2023. The partnership among global law enforcers must be stronger than that of criminal networks. That's the charge from Prime Minister Andrew Holness as he addressed the 37th International Drug Enforcement Conference, IDEC, in Montego Bay on Tuesday.
And this conference, if it does nothing else, must bring the nodes in this network closer together.
Mr. Holness underscored the importance of nations adopting a cooperative multinational strategy to effectively disrupt transnational criminal organizations and their supply chains.
These collective endeavors are instrumental in dismantling the intricate networks linked to drug trafficking.
The Prime Minister says transnational criminal organizations continue to use Jamaica as a drug trafficking transit point, despite the state's consistent and ongoing efforts to reduce and combat the trade in narcotics. According to Mr. Holness, local law enforcement authorities have estimated 150 unofficial entry points to the island. The Prime Minister adds that Jamaica's geographic location and accessibility facilitates direct routes of narcotic trafficking from South and Central America to the United States, Canada and Europe. In addition, Mr. Holness says Jamaica continues to be the largest Caribbean source country for marijuana.
I want to assure our partners that the Jamaican government remains committed to the fight against the illicit trafficking of narcotics and the war on drugs generally, but more so the fight to save lives.
The three-day IDEC conference, which began yesterday, seeks to address the challenges associated with drug enforcement and combating drug-related crimes. Over 500 delegates and dignitaries are expected to be in attendance. The conference is being hosted by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration and the Ministry of National Security under the theme Disrupting Transnational Criminal Organization and Their Supply Chain. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says work is progressing to conduct eye surgeries for thousands of Jamaicans under the Jamaica-Cuba Eye Care Program. Since the program's resumption in July, just over 6,000 clients have been contacted.
Some 6,450 clients have been assessed thus far, and 5,863 have been deemed to be still in need of surgery.
Minister Tufton says surgery screenings for cataract, diabetic retinopathy and pterygium are being done at the Kingston Public Hospital.
So far, 528 patients have been screened. 155 are preparing for cataract surgery, 132 have been screened for diabetic retinopathy, and 180 laser treatments done, and 10 pterygium surgeries have been completed.
The Health Minister says 18 new members of the Cuban team will arrive on the island in November, increasing the staff complement to 27. In other news, the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, is collaborating with Caribbean countries to provide access to climate funds. This is to address concerns such as the meteorological drought-like conditions being experienced across the region. Welcoming the partnership, Agriculture Minister Floyd Green says this is a critical support towards future sustainability of agriculture in the Caribbean.
So many of our residents, citizens, depend on agriculture and fisheries that we have to get it right, especially in this new reality, if we are truly to move the region forward. When we say that Jamaica has gone through some of its driest times ever, the reality is that that is also true for the rest of the region.
Mr. Green was speaking at the high-level ministerial meeting for Caribbean Ministers of Agriculture and the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization recently. The meeting covered strategies for collaboration and coordination among Caribbean nations, as well as ways to advance common priorities and potential areas for increased support within the FAO. And finally, Jamaica's model for human capital development in the tourism industry will be presented at the United Nations World Tourism Organization's UNWTO meeting in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on World Tourism Day. The day will be observed on September 27 under the theme Tourism and Green Investments. Speaking with JIS News, Portfolio Minister Edmund Bartlett says human capital development will be a central part of the global discussions.
We are the first and only country in the region to have an associate degree program for high school students in tourism and hotel management and customer service. And that's secure in the future of the better skills that are needed to take tourism to the next level. And also with these higher skill levels are naturally remunerations that are going to be higher.
The Jamaica Center of Tourism Innovation is facilitating the development of human resources to support the needs of the sector. Minister Bartlett adds that discussions on Jamaica's model will extend beyond the meeting in Riyadh.
We expect also that beyond Riyadh, in Uzbekistan in October, the American Hotel and Lodging Education Institute that drives our program will make a presentation using Jamaica as a model.
Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett was speaking with JIS about upcoming activities for Tourism Awareness Week set for September 24 to 30. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for watching.